What the hell is that?
What's going on, man? This is paranormal, mate. What the hell is that?
Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Before we begin, a warning. The last story is truly shocking. But for now, let's delve into this first disturbing encounter. This video comes from the YouTube channel Hunting the Unknown, where Alex is dedicated to capturing the most compelling evidence of the paranormal. Whether it's haunted houses or cursed forests, no location is off limits for his investigations. What would terrify most is simply another challenge for Alex. In this episode, he and his friend Tony venture into an abandoned building, determined to spend the night in search of paranormal activity. This structure carries a long and chilling history. It once operated as a tuberculosis hospital during the pandemic, later served as a base for British soldiers in World War I, and was eventually converted into a nursing home. With such a past, it's no surprise that locals consider it a hub for supernatural occurrences. And that's exactly why Alex and Tony are here. The date is January 20th, 2025. Under the cover of night, the two arrive at the crumbling structure, beginning their investigation with a careful walkthrough to confirm they are truly alone. As they move from room to room, the building's decay and oppressive atmosphere make them increasingly uneasy. However, they have no idea just how intense this night is about to become.
It's a shame, man. Yeah, we're in. Hello. So we just took a little walk through, guys, to make sure that we're alone in this location. What do you reckon, guys, for Tony? Tony, I found you something, mate. Come here. Yeah, that suits you.
That suits you down there.
So what was that? Oh, there's a bolt on the door this morning.
There's loads of stuff left behind.
Yeah. Bit smashed in there, man, so watch this.
After carefully inspecting every corner of the building and confirming they are truly alone, Alex and Tony prepare to begin their investigation. Without hesitation, they set up their equipment and make their first attempt to establish contact with any spirits that may still dwell within these walls.
Does anyone here want to communicate with us? Please come forward. Give us a sign, please. Can you touch me or Tony? Can you indicate through this device to me, please? Email. Can you copy me?
Initially, nothing significant occurs, yet both Alex and Tony can't shake the unsettling energy that lingers throughout the building. Determined to document what they're experiencing, they remain persistent. Seeking better results, they decide to switch to different equipment, hoping that a new approach will elicit stronger responses.
Alright, if you want some more of this energy, you need to give us a sign. Oh my god, what the was that?
What?
I'm pretty sure I just see something literally run across like fast.
You got me there.
No, I'm serious, mate.
Who's that?
No joke.
No.
It was silent, but I just see something in the corner of my eye. That's going off.
Oh God. Is that you?
If that was you, flash the device now. Oh,
Wow.
I don't know what I see, but I see something just go.
Are you playing?
Sorry,
You want to
dog.
play a game? Or do you want us to go?
Was you summoned here? If you were.
Flash at red. Look at that.
Suddenly, the entire atmosphere changes, and the once silent building seems to come alive with an eerie presence. A wave of tension washes over Alex and Tony as the energy around them intensifies. Their hearts race, but despite being completely on edge, they remain determined to press on. Steadying their nerves, they take a deep breath and continue their attempt to communicate with whatever entity is making itself known.
Looks sick.
It's not really safe to.
What's that?
Oh, when I went to. It's going off. When I went to go in there,
Yeah.
I heard a noise like. "Urgh."
Who's in there?
No, I need to replay this back.
Uh-oh.
What the f? EVP quick. Wow. Wow. Right, if you're a human, okay, stop it all together. Stop the lights.
Overwhelmed by the intensity of the moment, Alex and Tony can't shake the feeling that they are finally making contact with something. This is exactly what they came for. Yet the undeniable reality of it sends chills down their spines. With a mix of excitement and unease, they take a deep breath, steady themselves, and decide to move to another part of the building, hoping to uncover even more of what lingers within these decaying walls.
I've had no EMF reading so far.
Stripped out.
Oh my god! What the f? Is that?
Listen.
The first one was definitely a woman's voice.
Voice.
No way.
Let's hear it.
EMF spiking. It's going off, man. This is paranormal, mate. Wow. Is that you we can hear? What is that, man?
At the exact moment Alex and Tony claim to hear a woman's voice, the EMF reader begins detecting activity. The two can hardly believe it and are convinced this can't be a mere coincidence. The voice they heard must belong to the spirit they are trying to reach. A chill runs down their spines as they are overcome with a mix of fear and awe. They begin to question whether they can truly last the entire night in this place. Yet, despite their growing unease, they refuse to give up. Summoning their courage, they press on. Time passes without much activity. Aside from the lingering sense of discomfort, they just can't seem to shake. That is, until they return to the room where they first began and decide to attempt making contact once more.
I'm going to set up some gadgets and make communication with you. Thank you. We know you're here. We have the run pod here. We have the music box in this doorway over here, guys. And the EMFs here. And again, I was thought I was recording, but I wasn't, but Tony was. What the was that? I'm being serious, man.
I heard it.
What the man? That's like a laugh or something behind you. And I just heard something around here.
I heard something.
You're playing games with our spirit. Or whatever you are.
Whoa.
You do that again? Let me jump on.
They were now entirely convinced that this was no mere coincidence. This section of the building appeared to be far more active, with their equipment repeatedly detecting anomalies and the unsettling sounds of voices and other strange noises echoing around them. Alex and Tony were ready to leave, and dawn was fast approaching. However, before departing this eerie location, they decided to make one final attempt at communication before the sun rose.
Come forward to us. Maybe you're the old Don Stoller. Are you here? We're very sorry what's happened to this place. It's a shame. What is that? I'm talking.
Alex and Tony had seen enough. There was no doubt in their minds that this place was truly haunted. With the first light of dawn just moments away, they felt utterly drained, as if the very essence of the building had sapped their energy. Exhausted, they made the decision to call it a night, leaving the crumbling structure behind, its dark history still heavy in the air. Despite feeling overwhelmed by the experience, they couldn't shake the sense of accomplishment in having captured undeniable evidence on film. This was a night they would never forget. Meet Will, the creator behind the YouTube channel Will's Whereabouts, a platform dedicated to vehicle camping and the thrill of life on the road. After years of traveling the world, Will has developed an insatiable passion for adventure. Through his channel, he shares his experiences with viewers, offering valuable tips and insights for those looking to embrace a similar lifestyle. Whether he's setting up camp in remote locations, testing new camping gear, or simply enjoying the freedom of van life, Will has built a loyal audience by bringing them along on every journey. However, adventure isn't always smooth sailing, and Will doesn't shy away from sharing the challenges that come with it. Not every trip goes as planned, and this particular clip captures one of those unpredictable moments. It's April 2nd, 2021. Will has planned another solo camping adventure, something he has done more times than he can count. There's nothing he enjoys more than stepping away from routine and immersing himself in nature, relying on his van as his home for the night. The thrill of discovering hidden camping spots, setting up for the evening, and enjoying the simplicity of life on the road keeps him coming back for more. After carefully packing everything he needs for the trip, he sets off, eager to find the perfect spot. But before settling in for the night, he makes a quick stop to grab something to eat.
That is a hefty portion of chicken katsu. Delicious. I use the app Park for Night, and I actually have found a really cool, quiet, secluded parking spot only a couple of minutes drive away, which is right next to a lake, and it's completely free, I think anyway. So I figured, why not head there? I can wake up in the morning, in the middle of nature, listen to the sound of birds and hopefully some fish swimming, even though I don't know how you could hear that. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll head to a nice foresty area and stay there for tonight.
Will has chosen his campsite for the night and wastes no time making his way there, as the sun is already dipping below the horizon and darkness is beginning to settle in. The idea of a peaceful night in his camper van, surrounded by nothing but solitude, feels like the perfect escape. Confident in his decision, he drives toward the designated spot, eager to unwind and enjoy the quiet. However, as he arrives and slows down to take in his surroundings, a sudden unease creeps over him. The area, which had seemed perfectly fine when he researched it online, now feels strangely desolate. For a brief moment, he hesitates, questioning whether this is truly the right place to spend the night.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to. I think this place could also be another dogging location. Right off the M25, so anybody who's tired looking for some hanky-panky can have a good time. And there are woods right at the back. Why on earth do I always find places like this? There's a van there, there's a few cars there. Do you see what I mean about being a dogging spot? Right next to the forest, and somebody's literally just walked out. Why are you walking your dog at this time of night? Surely not. Honestly, this place definitely has something dodgy going on. I've just gone for a wee in the trees over there. Some guy turns his engine off, starts walking towards me. No dog, no nothing. Maybe he needs a bit of fresh air, maybe he also needs a wee. But now he's just gone back to his car. This is the first time I genuinely feel like I could be in a popular dogging area. It does make sense, to be fair, just off the motorway.
The entire place just feels off, with an unsettling atmosphere hanging in the air. But with night already fallen and the football game he's been looking forward to about to start, Will convinces himself to stay. Locking his doors, he settles into his seat and focuses on his screen, hoping the distraction will help push aside the unease creeping up his spine. He reassures himself that he's just overthinking things. But as Will tries to shake off the feeling, he has no idea that the night is about to take a turn for the worse.
You can't see. Can you see? There is a bloke just there behind a tree. Oh God, what's he doing? What's he doing? Don't come here, mate. I'm actually scared. Oh God, hold on. This bloke's been doing circles around the car. Imagine if I turned the lights on. I'd probably have a queue of people outside. I'm almost 100% sure that this is a dogging spot. There is blokes just sitting in their cars at 9 o'clock on a, what day is it? On a Tuesday night. I know I'm doing it, but I'm filming a YouTube video. Oh my God, some bloke just walked past my car again. What's this bloke want? Mate, I'm not here for anything, I promise, other than to watch the football.
Wanting to confirm whether his instincts about this place are accurate, he decides to search the internet for any information about the parking spot. As he scrolls through the results, he quickly realizes that his unease was not unfounded.
You are not going to believe what I've just found online. I just typed in the location where I am, which is called Ockham Common Boldmere Car Park, and I've just typed it in on Google with the word dogging after it, and it's come up with a few links. And some of the websites that come up, the first one here says homophobic no buggery poster pinned up at a known dogging site on Ockham Common, which is where I am now. A homophobic poster prohibiting buggery has been pinned up a tree known as the dogging site in the county. It adds, gentlemen, if you really can't find love in the specialist establishment or online, please clear up after yourselves. It all makes sense with all these cars coming in and out with people keeping their lights on and all these men that keep walking in and out. Why is there a bloke just in the forest having a cigarette? I'm gonna close this blind up. I've had enough of this. Nah, there's two blokes in the woods. Nah, what's he coming out the woods for like that? This is creepy as fuck. I am getting out of here. This is why we're moving. Cars everywhere. People sneaking off into the woods. This is not my scene. So it's time to get out of here.
Will now felt more unsettled than ever. The articles confirmed his worst fears. This was no ordinary parking spot. Every instinct in his body urged him to leave immediately. Without hesitation, he started the engine and drove away, putting as much distance as possible between himself and that eerie location. He didn't care where he ended up. Anywhere was better than staying there another minute. Although relieved that he had trusted his gut before anything went wrong, frustration lingered. His peaceful night had turned into a tense escape, and he couldn't shake the disappointment of choosing such a sketchy spot. Eventually, he found a much safer place to park where he could finally relax. But as he settled in for the night, one thought kept running through his mind. How could he have made such a mistake? This experience was a harsh reminder that no matter how many adventures he had been on, there was always something new to learn. The world is full of unexpected dangers, and next time, he'd make sure to do his research before picking a place to camp. And with that, let's move on to the next disturbing encounter, one that was captured on camera. This is Tom, an adventurer, former sailboat captain, and passionate traveler. He documents his most thrilling experiences and shares them with the world through his YouTube channel, What in the World, where viewers can follow his incredible journeys. In this video, Tom continues his solo expedition, canoeing across Canada from the Rocky Mountains all the way to Montreal. Along the way, he navigates breathtaking landscapes, camps deep in the wilderness, and faces the inevitable challenges that come with such an ambitious journey. But this particular day would be one he would never forget. It's August 1st, 2024. The morning sun casts a golden glow over the river as Tom paddles through the serene landscape, fully immersed in the beauty of nature. Everything seems perfect, until, in the dead of night, an eerie sound from the riverbank suddenly shatters the tranquility.
There's a dog here. Doesn't look very well. Puppy. Maybe he's stuck. You okay? He doesn't look okay. Come on. Oh.
The dog was too weak to move, but Tom couldn't bring himself to leave it behind. Gently, he lifted the exhausted animal from the water and carefully placed it onto his canoe, determined to get it to safety. His priority was to find a secure place to rest and, if possible, locate the dog's owners.
Come on. We're making progress.
And then I'm going to get you on the canoe, okay? You've probably never been on a canoe before, but that's the only way. Might be a little bit scary. It's okay. Lie down. And I was clean as well. It's okay. You might have been there quite a while.
Shortly before discovering the dog, Tom had paddled past a house near the river. Clinging to the hope that someone there could help, he turned his canoe around and made his way back. Determined to ensure the dog's safety, he refused to stop until he found someone who could provide the care it needed.
The dog was barking while I was coming past, but it didn't know that I was there, and it was barking in such a way that it had lost its voice. So he or she had been barking for a long time and can't bark anymore. So there's a dock here in front of me, and there's a house just up from it. So, and this is only about 200 meters from where the dog was stuck. So I hope this is your home. Okay, buddy, you ready? You ready to come on the dock? Come on, up. Good dog. Good dog. Hello? Hello?
Tom arrived at the closest house and, after securing his canoe, gently lifted the weakened dog onto the dock. Now, all he could do was hope that someone was home, and that this was where the animal truly belonged.
Hello, how are you? Good. Hey, I'm just canoeing. I'm canoeing across Canada.
Oh yeah.
And I was just canoeing past and I saw a dog that's been stuck in the mud.
Oh no. Is
it-
it live still?
Yeah, I was wondering, is it your dog?
Yeah, probably a white one.
Yeah. It looks like he's been there a long...
Looking for her for a long time.
It looks like he's been there a long time.
Where is she?
I dragged him out of the... I don't know if it's a girl. Is it a girl? I dragged her out of the mud and put her on my canoe. And I brought her here on your dock.
Thanks, because I've been looking for her. I looked down there too.
She's a nice dog. I was worried at the beginning.
She's 14 years old.
Oh, she can't move her back legs very well. I don't know if that was normal.
No.
But I had to move a log from that was on the back of her. She was in the water, half in the water, half on the mud.
Jeez.
And
I've looked all over for her. She's been gone 2 days.
It looks like she's been there a while.
Is she gonna?
She's okay.
The man had indeed been searching for his dog and quickly rushed to the water with Tom. His expression was a mix of immense relief and deep worry. His beloved companion was already very old and had been missing for over 2 days. He had feared the worst, but was incredibly grateful that she had been found just in time.
No, she was a few
She's down there.
hundred meters up there, and your dock was just the next. Your dock was the next one, so that's why I just came straight here.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh. Better give her a bath, eh? What were you doing going in there, you silly old dog? Only you're lucky he came along. I've been looking all over for you, but she wasn't barking or nothing. Well, she's been missing for a couple of days. You better get some water and wash you off.
I saw a dog bowl on the side of the house. Shall I get that?
Sure. You want some water? That's probably the last thing you want, right?
Yeah, just in case.
Get some warm water. Dump it in here so I can just put it on her.
Are you getting all cleaned up? All that mud? Yeah.
Ball, it's gonna take a while. Probably not gonna like the sound of this thing.
The state it was in, I feel like it wouldn't have lasted another day. So I'm really happy to find it like that and bring it back to its owners. It just, yeah, it wouldn't be a nice way to go. The dog was up here about 200 meters behind all these trees. There's no access. So yeah, there's no way that the owners would have seen where it was.
Without hesitation, they worked together to carry her inside, determined to get her warm, fed, and checked for any injuries. The owners were overwhelmed with gratitude, scarcely able to believe that their beloved dog had survived. They thanked Tom repeatedly, calling it nothing short of a miracle. The 14-year-old Pyrenees, though weak and exhausted, seemed visibly relieved to finally be home. Tom stayed to help clean her up. Deeply moved by his kindness, the family insisted he stay for lunch and offered him a place to sleep so he could continue his journey well-rested the next morning. That evening, Tom enjoyed the warmth of their hospitality, sharing stories over a hearty meal. By the time he set off the next day, the dog was already showing signs of recovery, surrounded by the love of her family. Tom had not only saved a life, but had also gained an experience that he would carry with him forever. One that reminded him of the unexpected connections and unforgettable moments that come with a life of adventure. Fortunately, this story had a happy ending. But brace yourself. The next one is about to take a drastically different turn. This clip comes from the YouTube channel Under the Weather. where James shares his greatest passion adventure. Whether he's exploring mysterious locations, hiking deep into the wilderness, or testing his survival skills through wild camping, he is always on the hunt for his next challenge. In this video, James embarks on a solo journey to find the Machar Stones, a historical landmark hidden deep within the wilderness of Stirlingshire, Scotland. Estimated to be over 5,000 years old, these ancient stones have endured the test of time, shrouded in myths and mystery. His plan is to navigate through the dense forest, reach this elusive site, and set up camp for a peaceful night under the stars, a much-needed retreat into nature. But what was meant to be a calm and scenic getaway quickly takes an unsettling turn. It's March 1st, 2024. Eager to begin his expedition, James is fully prepared for a night of solitude in the wild. Though he has attempted to locate this site several times before, he has always lost his way. This time, however, he is determined to finally reach his destination. With a backpack full of supplies and a determined mindset, he steps into the wilderness completely unaware of what truly awaits him deep within these woods.
Okay, here's our first fork in the road, across the river, then it's right and right again. So this is the first right, let's go. Fish with a big fat bone. I'm Abraham DeLacy. Motherfucker. Ah, we made that. Right. Where the hell is this place?
After a long and exhausting hike, straying off course only to find his way back again, James finally arrives at the Machar Stones, the very site he had been searching for. A wave of relief washes over him as he realizes he has made it just in time, with daylight still on his side. Wasting no time, he gets to work setting up camp, eager to establish a comfortable base where he can settle in for the night.
What did I put it in there? Is that like a... Look at that. What is this? A perfect space for a tent, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'm just going to set up right here with the fire here as well. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Oh, and here we have it. Ta-da! Got the tent up. Worryingly, there's a helicopter flying overhead, which... don't know if you can hear it. But it's been very close. It's like it's looking for someone, if you know what I mean, or search and rescue. Hope they don't come looking for me. Anyway. That's us. I'll see you from this angle. Oh, look at that. This is like a... that's like a little proper campsite. 5,000 euro stones. Here we go.
With everything set up and the fire crackling, the forest is slowly enveloped by the darkness of night. As the temperature drops and hunger sets in, James decides it's time to prepare his dinner. Gathering his cooking gear, he enjoys the soothing sounds of the fire as he cooks, relishing the tranquility of being alone in nature. Little does he know, the night ahead will be anything but peaceful.
Well, it's definitely got colder now. You can feel it. It's very funny though. In this area, it's very still. There's wind everywhere else, but around those stones, nothing. Not the cleanest, right? Been on the fire, eh? What about that? Can you hear the helicopter? It's been flying over quite a bit, and I just hope that they aren't looking for someone and I've got a fire going and I kind of get rescued, if you know what I mean, because I don't need rescued yet. There it is. You see him flying over ahead. crisis. Should have brought more water. There is water around about, obviously, but I don't know. It's quite treacherous. You saw what the ground is like. So I think I'm going to have the chicken wings without the mashed potato. What the hell is that? Hello?
A sudden, unfamiliar sound startles James, sending a shiver down his spine. It is unlike anything he has ever encountered, and for a fleeting moment, he feels utterly exposed in the vast darkness of the wilderness. His instincts urge him to flee, but he knows that turning back now is not an option. Navigating the dense forest in total darkness would be even more perilous. Drawing a steady breath, he forces himself to remain composed, reasoning that it was likely just a small animal rustling through the underbrush. Though still unsettled, he shifts his attention back to his meal, hoping that keeping his hands occupied will distract him from the growing sense of unease creeping over him.
I think I'm going to eat these in the tent because it's a bit chilly now. I didn't like that noise, and then we'll take it from there. Right, got the down jacket on, got a bit cozier, and check out these in the tent. Well, that was the least burnt one, so can't complain. A bit of chili and garlic seasoning, which will hopefully save the day. Certainly flame grilled. Easy for me to say. Complete silence again. I don't know what that was earlier. It sounded like somebody walking around. I even heard a voice, but no one there. We'll go and have a proper look at the standing stones in the dark in a wee minute. After dinner, see if we can feel the energy. Yeah, no, there's definitely something eerie about this place, and it doesn't really help with the smoke from the fire, looking like some fog from a horror film. And of course, now it's at night time. Definitely not the place to be if you're scared of the dark. Hello? Silence. Well, those stones are quite something. I mean, they don't look like much, but it's kind of eerie that there's a big clearing around there, and then there's no trees and no sound really in the middle part. But apart from hearing random voices, which I did hear, and on this occasion I don't have my knife, my trusty knife. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So I just prefer I cut short my little thing there because the camera died for no reason as well, which is a bit strange. And I think I prefer the nice kind of security of the tent. See, I don't have a knife, but I do have a saw. So if anyone starts, I'm going to get that across the knuckles.
James cannot shake the unsettling feeling creeping over him. The entire area carries an eerie presence, and the strange noises from earlier only add to his unease. Every snap of a branch or rustle in the undergrowth feels like a warning, making him question whether he is truly alone. Seeking a sense of security, he retreats into his tent, the thin fabric offering only the illusion of safety. Eventually, exhaustion overtakes him, and he drifts into sleep, hoping the rest of the night will pass without further incident. But then, deep in the night, something rouses him from slumber. A sound, subtle, yet unmistakable. It echoes through the silent forest. His heart pounds as he instinctively reaches for his camera, pressing record, bracing himself for whatever might be lurking in the darkness.
Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Shit. I just heard laughing there. or something. No way. Hello? Hello? I think that's a road in the distance, maybe. Yeah, it can't be. It can't be. Right. I can't hear anything, so let's turn this off. Right. Good night.
Despite a restless night, James has made it to morning. Sleep had been fleeting, interrupted by every unfamiliar sound that kept him on edge. But with the arrival of daylight, the once menacing forest feels far less intimidating. The oppressive atmosphere of the night before has lifted, and for the first time in hours, a sense of calm washes over him. Eager to shake off the lingering unease, he prepares a quick breakfast, savoring the warmth of his coffee while taking in the serene beauty of his surroundings. Sunlight filters through the trees, casting a reassuring glow, and the forest no longer feels as foreboding. Ready to begin his hike back, he allows himself a moment of peace. But just as he settles into his meal, something catches his eye, something hanging above him.
I'm going to finish up here and then start packing up. And make it. What the hell? Look at that. What the hell is it? Oh. Hang it in the trees. The fuck is that? That is a fucking pentagram. That is not a natural fucking phenomenon. What the fuck? What on earth is that? I could have been there all the time, but I doubt it. The fuck? Right, I'm just I'll put that aside for now. Right, I'm gonna get ready and go.
This was the breaking point for James. The eerie atmosphere of the night, the unsettling sounds, and now this a pentagram hanging ominously in the tree above him. A cold realization crept over him. Perhaps he had never been as alone as he had hoped. His only thought now was escape. Moving swiftly, he gathered his belongings with urgency, his mind racing with unanswered questions. The journey back through the forest felt different this time. Every shadow, every rustling branch sent a fresh wave of tension through him. By the time he finally emerged from the wilderness and reached civilization, relief flooded over him, but the experience had left its mark. What was meant to be a simple camping trip had turned into something far more disturbing than he could have ever imagined. And one thing was certain, James had no intention of returning to the Mashar Stones anytime soon. Now let's dive straight into the next chilling encounter. Meet Zach and Allie, a couple who share their life on the road with their 2 dogs in their camper van. They spend their days traveling, working, and discovering new places, all while documenting their adventures on their YouTube channel, Nomadic Habits. Their videos are typically lighthearted, featuring stunning locations and offering useful tips for van life. However, on January 24, 2023, a powerful storm system stretches over 80 miles across southern Texas. Initially, meteorologists didn't foresee any major issues. It wasn't tornado season after all. But as the day unfolds, it becomes apparent that the storm is intensifying far beyond expectations. Zach and Allie quickly realize they don't have enough time to find a safer spot, leaving them with no choice but to stay, hoping for the best.
Yeah. I'm freaking out. Just a little bit. A lot of it. I'm freaking out a lot of it, actually. I lied. A lot of it. I'm serious. Pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on outside. I'm not kidding.
Radar indicated. Impact. Gusty winds could knock down limbs and blow around unsecured objects.
Alright, something happens though. We're heading out the van, and we're gonna get in that ditch right there. We're gonna hunker down.
My heart's beating 1,000,000 miles an hour, and Zach's worried about filming. Here, we're just gonna get prepared. There's your leash. Freaking out. Right. Having a panic attack. You're just gonna follow me if something goes wrong, right? Yeah? Seriously, babe.
I'm gonna program this radio, put it on the NOAA weather, and then we can send it over to the neighbor's camp.
As they brace for the worst, Zach and Allie carefully monitor weather updates, formulating an emergency plan just in case. But to their shock, the latest forecast reveals that the storm's most intense threat, a tornado, is heading directly toward them. In that moment, their concern turns into genuine fear.
I'm freaking out.
The warning will be allowed to expire.
See? Warnings are expiring.
No, it's not. It's not. It's still there. It's still on the radar. Up north of us, it's expired, but like on top of us, look at that. It's on top of us. That one has not expired. That warning that's right there has not expired. I'm serious. They're all around us right now. Babe, seriously. Where do we go? What do we do? I'm having a panic attack, and they're getting worse. Seriously, are we okay? We're not okay. This is not okay. This isn't okay.
How about I go in the back and look?
No, 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 no.
You okay?
No.
It's okay, babe.
No.
Babe, it's okay.
Though Zach remains composed, doing his best to stay level-headed, Allie struggles to shake her growing anxiety. The warnings continue to blare, and with each passing minute, the danger feels closer, more imminent. The weight of the situation is undeniable. It's clear the storm is no longer just a fleeting threat.
Large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over O'Reilly Field, or near Bridge City, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour.
Is that a train? Is that a train? What the f*** is that? What is that?
No idea.
Seriously! Jack, do we even go over there? Seriously, what the f***?
Says over Bridge City. It's coming right at us.
Jack, what do we do?
We calm down. That's what we do.
And complete destruction is possible.
That's a tornado.
Stop!
Move!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get down Marlin!
Around 4:50 p.m. Central Standard Time.
As the storm intensifies and Allie's panic deepens, the tension between her and Zach escalates. A heated debate unfolds. Should they remain in the van, where they have some sense of protection, but remain vulnerable to the storm's full force, or make a run for the nearby ditch in search of better shelter? The wind howls louder, and the air grows thick with impending danger. After a tense moment of indecision, despite the high risk of electrocution from the water-filled ditch, the urgency of the situation drives them to seek safety, knowing the storm could be life-threatening. They sit in anxious silence as the storm rages around them, their nerves frayed and hearts pounding.
Look, his camper got... You okay?
Come on. Get myself all dirty.
Baby, that was a tornado. Look, his camper fell off the jack stand.
What?
His camper fell off the jack stand. You see the neighbor? Yeah. Hey, you okay? You okay, Macy? You okay, Marley? Hey, you guys okay? Y'all alright? Good. That was sketchy. Did it pick your camper up?
Yeah, I picked it up.
Yeah.
It lifted up.
Yeah, I see that. Holy cow. It probably doesn't even look as bad on videos as it does in real life.
When all that stuff started hitting the window, I grabbed my bag. I said, I'm gonna get ready to dive.
I don't know where this piece came from.
Feel good?
Eventually, the storm subsided and the weather began to settle. Fortunately, their camper remained intact, and no one at the campground was injured. Despite the harrowing experience, they emerged unscathed. However, the memory of that life-threatening event lingered with them for quite some time. It serves as a stark reminder of how perilous nature can be when you're without a secure shelter. Thankfully, this encounter ended on a positive note, but it's impossible to ignore how much worse things could have been. Thankfully, we'll never have to find out. With that unsettling thought, let's move on to the next segment. This is Frank, the creator behind the popular YouTube channel Franco TV, where he takes his audience on spine-chilling explorations of some of the most eerie and unsettling places most wouldn't dare to visit after dark. Renowned for his fearless approach and insatiable curiosity about the supernatural, Frank ventures into these haunted sites, determined to uncover the mysteries that blur the boundary between the living and the dead. In this video, Frank returns to an abandoned factory with a dark and disturbing past. Its former owner, a ruthless woman, was infamous for mistreating her workers, reportedly going so far as to take the lives of those who failed to meet her expectations. According to legend, their bodies were buried beneath the factory floors, and to this day, numerous reports of ghostly apparitions suggest that the restless spirits of the victims still linger. During his previous visit to this location, Frank encountered a series of unexplainable events so intense that he was forced to cut his investigation short. This time, however, he is determined to stay through the night and capture as much evidence as possible of the paranormal activity within its walls. But what he doesn't realize is that this investigation will be even more terrifying than his last. It's December 20th, 2024. Fully prepared for the long night ahead, Frank arrives at the factory, immediately sensing the oppressive atmosphere surrounding him. Yet, this time, he refuses to let fear dictate his actions. Summoning his courage, he steps inside, ready to confront whatever horrors await him.
Let's go into here. It is completely pitch black. While walking through here, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I forgot about these holes. I can fall right through the ground. I want to see if I can make my way to the front, so I get a nice good bird's eye look at this whole place.
To confirm he's truly alone and there are no trespassers or potential threats inside the factory, Frank moves to a vantage point offering a clear view of the building. From this position, he carefully scans the windows, looking for any signs of movement or unexpected lights flickering in the darkness.
Oh, I'm getting noises. I'm outside. Hear that? I'm outside right now just trying to see if I see any lights. And I'm hearing banging going on. I want to see if I can hear it again. Hear it. I don't know what that is. Alright, I'm actually creeping out right now. What the hell is that? Who the hell is yelling?
The night is still young, yet strange sounds begin to echo, leaving Frank unsure whether they're coming from inside or outside the property. With each step he takes, his unease grows, but he refuses to let fear dictate his actions, determined not to abandon his plans again. Seeing no signs of movement or lights through the factory windows and hoping the sounds aren't emanating from within, Frank steels himself and proceeds inside.
I keep hearing movement over there. Alright, I'm gonna go in. I just got a knocking sound. Hola? I can't see anything in front of me, so I'm literally using the camera to see. Are you knocking on that piece of wood there? On the podium? I am definitely getting something on the podium. It literally sounds like scratching sounds. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the roof. It just sounds like it's coming from this general area. Trying to see if I could see like a rat. Oh fuck. I just heard the front door open. And it's open.
Once inside, the eerie atmosphere becomes even more oppressive. As Frank tries to concentrate on his investigation, the front door begins to open on its own. He quickly realizes that no wind could be strong enough to move such a heavy door, and unsettling thoughts start to creep in. With no other option, he steels himself and moves toward the entrance to determine what could have caused it to open.
What the fuck? It's closing. And it's cold in here. It just got really cold in here. something opened up the front door and then opened up or closed this door. Like if something came in through here, walked in, and then as soon as I went into that room, it got really cold. I want to see if there's anybody on the outside. At my book bag.
After confirming that no one is outside, Frank becomes increasingly convinced that he is encountering something paranormal. Determined to capture more evidence, he decides to focus on the two rooms where the activity appears to be concentrated.
I'm still keeping that. See, right here now it's cold. Something's cold inside this room. Oh, that's something. Holy crap. I'm gonna see if I can take my thermal camera out, see if I can get a temperature read. It's probably hard for you guys to see anything because of the difference in temperature, so I'm gonna point this way. That's the outside window. There's a lot more temperatures on the outside, so you'll be able to see more. Trying to see if I could get any sort of temperature change.
As Frank scans the area with his thermal camera, he suddenly detects movement, something swiftly darting past the doorway at an unnerving speed.
Trying to see if I could get any sort of temperature change. What the fuck was that?
The movement was so unnaturally quick that Frank briefly questioned whether he had seen anything at all. Perhaps it was just his mind playing tricks on him. But as he rewinds the footage and watches it again, a cold shiver runs down his spine. It wasn't his imagination. Something had certainly moved past the door, and whatever it was, it moved in a way that didn't seem human.
So I literally seen something with thermal imaging camera, and it looked like it was right here on the door. And I thought it went this way, and I looked towards the window to see if I could see it passing by. Nothing. But with the assumption that something was passing by, I'm going to check back here. Is that bread? There's bread. Hola? What was that? Somebody's talking. Oh my God, what the hell is this? I don't even know if I've been back here before. I keep hearing somebody talking. There's like a witch. Or... Hold on, I'm getting noises. Whoa, I never even seen this area before. So I am literally shaking right now. I don't know if something's giggling or laughing or what, but I'm hearing what sounds like a talking. I swear to God, I keep hearing what sounds like somebody talking from the outside, and they sound close.
An eerie, almost childlike voice echoes through the night. Frank listens intently, his heartbeat thundering in his ears. He waits, hoping to hear it again, but all that follows is an unsettling silence. However, the worst is yet to come.
Especially with the freaking voices I was hearing. They sound like giggling or laughing or something.
Without hesitation, Frank swiftly moves toward the source of the sudden loud banging, his heart pounding with each step. What he discovers is far more disturbing than he could have ever imagined.
What the the hell is that? It's literally coming from the glass. The glass is shaking. Oh, this one's locked. There's no way I could even get inside here. I could feel the glass vibrating. Look on the other side. You gotta turn off the IR. What is that? It stopped. Oh, that is weird.
Without warning, the loud banging sound emanates from one of the windows. Completely stunned and filled with confusion, Frank inspects every corner of the room but finds nothing that could explain the noise. Then, just as abruptly as it started, the banging stops, leaving the entire experience even more baffling. Driven by curiosity and unwilling to leave it unexplained, Frank begins a thorough examination of the room and the window, trying to make sense of what just occurred.
I don't know what else could be causing that. You know what's even creepier? Is that if you look here, you can see little kid hands. What the fuck? Turn on the IR. Hola? Jeez, I was just hearing noises of somebody talking like a female. It sounded like a giggling, and then it just got quiet. I'm gonna check this room again. Might have been doing it on this side too and cracked the glass. But I heard it on that window specifically. Well, I want to see if it happens again. Oh yeah, that's right. This thing is torn down. There is absolutely nothing. Not even on the glass. There's nothing. What the hell was that about?
Upon closer inspection, Frank notices handprints on the same window. However, there is still no explanation for the unsettling knocking sound. This only deepens the mystery and makes everything feel even more bizarre. Overwhelmed and disturbed, Frank takes a moment to gather himself, allowing the strange events of the night to settle in. As dawn's first light begins to break, he realizes the night is almost over. After collecting his thoughts, he decides it's best to leave before sunrise. Though still haunted by unanswered questions, Frank takes comfort in the undeniable evidence he captured on camera. He heads home, leaving the haunted factory behind, exhausted and eager to finally rest. Yet, the chilling memories of the night linger, remaining unresolved. With no clear answers, this encounter left Frank and thousands of viewers grappling with a chilling mystery that sparked endless speculation. And speaking of mysteries,
that's all we have for today. Stay tuned for more.